And just like that, the lineup for the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of London's jump-off has been decided. It's always a very intriguing game to play, to try and guess how many are going to make it into the jump-off. Ultimately now, come the end of round one, we now find ourselves with the exact straight even 10 will be competing for today's €500,000 LGCT Grand Prix. There's a lot of reaction to get through, a lot of conversations that need to be had before we get into the actual jump-off. So let's then start firstly by showing you who the 10 riders are. These are the riders of today that will be competing in the upcoming jump-off later on tonight. From first all the way down to 10th, these were the 10 riders that were able to dominate Uliana Vizzani's course, stay clear. And it started beautifully with Natalie Dean, the young American, booking her spot in the jump-off. Niels Bruinseels, the Belgian, no stranger to success on the LGCT Tour. Ben Meyer, the only ever three-time season champion. Harry Charles, last year's winner. Kem Emmen, Christian Kukuk, Sophie Hinners, and Emily Conter. What an outstanding round from Emily Conter to get into the jump-off. Those are the first 8. They will be added to by Michael van der Vleuten, the Dutchman, and Gregory Watley, the Belgian, on Bond James Bond. Will be the last man to go. He will be the rider that will have the best idea, the best understanding as to what is needed. Generally, that is a massive advantage. However, it does not mean because you go last that you are the favorite to win. We've often quite seen riders who go quite early in the jump-off stun everybody and hold on to a lead. Can that be the case today? We'll find out. Let's start, though, with some reaction. Emily Conter, as mentioned, an outstanding performance from the youngster. Let's get some thoughts from her.
Emily, your first LGCT Grand Prix and you go and deliver a clear like that. Have you surprised yourself or you were expecting that?
I have surprised myself for sure, but I know my mare, she can do anything. Just if I give her the right ride around, she does everything for me. Today it was a bit tricky. I got a few distances that didn't work out for me that well, but she's just incredible and she helped me out there.
It's obviously such a special partnership as well because you have so much trust in each other. How important is that?
Yeah, I've known her quite some time and we know each other so well, so it feels very special for me. She wants to do it for me, like she tries her heart out every time, so it's very nice, yeah.
It's going to be quite the jump off today as well. What are your thoughts on that and what would it mean to you to be on the podium?
Well, I'm not the quickest rider, but I'm for sure going to give it a shot. We'll see. We'll give it our best, and hopefully if I can get on the podium, it would be amazing. And we see where I'm already happy with my clear round, so we'll see about that, yeah.
Well done today.
Good, thank you so much.
If jumping a clear is already a big achievement for Emily Conter, imagine she makes it all the way into the jump-off, all the way onto the podium later on tonight. That would just take this already incredible story all the way through to the next level fairy tale for Emily Conter. Speaking of fairy tales, I mentioned Natalie Dean, the first of the 10 riders to qualify for tonight's jump-off. Let's get the thoughts of the American.
Natalie, you are the first clear of the day. Wow, the crowd when you finished that. Just tell us about that.
It's an amazing feeling. The environment here is just unbelievable, and I'm really excited to be here in London.
He jumped so beautifully. Did he always give you a good feeling today?
Yeah, he tried his heart out, and it's a tricky course, and he really gave it his all today.
Have you had a chance to look at the jump-off yet?
Yeah, we looked at it before the first round. I'll go over my plan with my trainer, Jos, and really try to make the best plan for Chris.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Take a look at the smile on the face of Natalie Dean. I did hear something quite funny in the commentary that apparently she has a bit of an early flight out of London today, and I have a feeling that that flight is going to have to be moved for Natalie Dean. Again, one of the dark horses, one of the youngsters who are trying to shake up this list, because there are the very obvious, completely easy to pick senior riders on this list. But then you have the likes of Emily Conter, you have the likes of Natalie Dean, who are trying to shake this up, try and be the outsider. Is that going to be the case? We'll wait and see. Harry Charles may well be young, but he certainly jumps well beyond his years. Massive success over the summer. He won here last year as well, so he knows how to compete in London. He knows how to win on this very stage. Can Harry Charles make it back-to-back? We've seen that already this year in Doha. Bonnie Ami, Abdel Said, they've been back-to-back winners. Is it going to be a case for Harry Charles? Well, let's hear from him.
Well, Harry, this is shaping up to be quite a jump-off. Just explain your feelings.
Very, very happy. Come back here after such a good show last year. I guess the pressure's a little bit on, and I've not done so much for Sherlock. The last show he did was Monaco, and he had a great result there. He was second, so really felt a little bit underprepared maybe coming here. Myself too, I felt a bit rusty the first 2 days. But yeah, just kind of went in and he did his thing, and he's progressing each round he jumps. So one of the easiest rounds for him, that my feeling riding him anyway. So I'm very, very happy with the way he jumped it more than the result. So yeah.
How competitive do you think this jump off is going to be?
Extremely. You just told me Christian went clear, so good for the crowd, shame for me. Ben and Christian are two really fast horses, so just going to have to do my own thing a bit and see how it plays out. He's getting quicker. He's not quite at the level there where those two horses, but I'll try and ride my best, and if he jumps like the first round, we'll be very happy with another clear.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So the joys of live TV is that as we arrive, here he is. Manuel Fernando Saro joins us in the studio today, and he's going to be helping us with some jump-off conversation. So I hope you have your commentary position ready.
I'll try my best.
You'll do your best efforts on the jump-off. Before we start, Natalie Dean, the first one. 10 riders in the jump-off. Surprised by that number?
With Giuliano, no.
No?
He's always right.
No with Giuliano?
He's one of the best, no?
Okay. Natalie Dean, the first rider in, by the way, the first of 10. We will keep an eye on her progress. We'll keep you updated with the times, with the results, and then get some discussion, get some feedback from Manuel, who joins us. Natalie Dean, first rider in.
The top rider for the USA on the tour this year, starts things off with Crescendo MBZ. Looks to elect to. Looks like she's just going to take enough of time to try and jump for the clear, but that hasn't worked. Now turns back to this new upright that was a triple bar in the opening round. One end of the arena to the other, this course opening them up, and then you'll see the right hand turn. It's a long old run to the finish, that Longines parallel. Starting us off with a score of 4, though. Natalie Dean begins proceedings.
So as Niels Brandsteds comes in, quick thoughts on Natalie Dean. You mentioned taking one or adding one earlier on here. What did you think of Natalie Dean?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna, somebody maybe gonna do 6 to the, from the first vertical to the second. It looks a bit short, and okay, for the rest, they changed the triple bar to the vertical. For the rail, looks the same. I think, okay, she have a rail, jump very good.
Any position you feel, only first rider I know, but any fence you saw here that you thought maybe someone like Niels, the rest to come, can take advantage?
I think they're gonna do for sure 6 to the purple vertical, and somebody also to the black and gold. One less, I think.
All right, so there are opportunities, there are areas, there are locations that can be used here in this jump-off. As it stands, Natalie Dean leads on 4 penalties, 47-56. Niels Brandsteds next in the ring.
Hoping today he can somehow make it number 3, but the disadvantage in a jump-off is how fast you go on a horse that you're still learning. Confidently opening up, giving himself space. Showing in green on the splits, but most importantly still showing clear. Now the turn back to the last. How fast is he going to go to it? Really nice round, a wonderful round indeed for those two. They should be over the moon with the day as it's gone for them, 46-49. A little bit faster than Natalie.
Niels Brandsteds takes the lead. You were very impressed with that. Tell me why.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. He wasn't sure if he jumped the Grand Prix because it's just the second show that he jumped the horse. So I think
you have a connection like this after just 2 shows.
Incredible not to jump a double clear in such a Grand Prix. After the second show, I think it's very impressive.
If you hear the crowd, that's picked up a little bit. It's due to the announcement of Ben Mayer and point break into the ring as it stands now. A lot of locals putting their hopes on Ben Mayer. Of course, Harry Charles still to follow as well. Let's go into the ring and see what what Ben Mayer does, I beg your pardon. As it stands, Niels Braunseels leads on clear 46.49.
The three-time winner of the Longines Global Champions Tour, Ben Mayer, the world number 2. At point break, Great Britain. Just look to push away a little bit there on the turn. Just a second faster. Very smooth indeed. And knows the strength for the opposition that is still to come. And he is eating up the ground. 2 to jump. Is this going to be enough? He's got to jump the last and leave it up. He's flying along. Will that win it for him in London? We will see. Ben Mayer, point break. Absolutely on point in London 2025. What a cheer.
If you heard the crowd when he came in, you will hear the crowd as he goes out. He's taken 6
seconds.
6 seconds off a time in a sport that fractions of seconds count. What a round from Ben Mayer. Give me your thoughts.
Incredible. I think gonna be hard to beat him.
Is this beatable? I was going to ask you.
I don't know.
Because
I will not beat him for sure.
Then we're talking inside 39 if this is being beaten. Does this look like a 39 track to you?
Okay, it's a lot of good riders still left, but that was very fast.
Wow. As it stands, Ben Mayer currently leads. He is clear with a time of 40.79. It's taken over 6 seconds off Harry Charles, his compatriot, and Sherlock in the ring next.
He was on that gold medal winning team with Ben last year in Paris. It's Harry Charles for Great Britain with Sherlock. Second down at the moment. There's anything you can do because Ben just got quicker, but Harry will know that too. Again, just the seconds ebbing away. He got brave. Unfortunately, it didn't work off. He had to try and do something. 44.90. Again, a reflection of just how fast Ben was. Last year's winner, Harry Charles, goes into third.
This is the challenge of a jump-off, and this is what makes the jump-off so beautiful. You need to be safe, but you need to be aggressive. Harry Charles trying to shave so much time off, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think now they all have to chase to beat Ben, and they want to take a lot of risks. So gonna see some faults, probably.
As you said, there's a lot of great riders still. I mean, Kim Emmen, we know, is outstanding. Christian Kukuk, Sophie Hinners is exciting. Michael van der Vleuten, Gregory Watley was great in round 1 as well. There is ability here to beat Ben Mayer, is this correct?
Okay, I think gonna be hard, but they're good riders enough to, for sure, to try to do it, but gonna be difficult.
We said earlier, going last does not guarantee you victory at all. As it stands, Ben Mayer still leads. Clear 40.79. Kim Emmen is next in the ring.
Can she find a little bit of pace? He's got a lovely big stride. Unfortunately, no. Again, fence going down and Ben still leads. She still wants to be pretty quick, even on a 4. Because that way she can perhaps sneak ahead of Harry Charles, and in fact she's done it. 44.55 by a few tenths of a second. She has got herself
much like Harry Charles, what what Ben Mayer has done here is post such a crazy time that it's forcing riders to maybe be over-aggressive, a little bit too much from Kim?
Because she took one stride from 1 to 2, she did 6, and then half a front rail from the combination after, but okay, you have to try, no?
You mentioned something that I think is quite clever from a strategic point of view. 1, 2, 3 already with 4s. A very gentle, slow clear may get you onto a podium here today.
Okay,
It's not what we expect, but it's clever tactics.
we're on the middle of the jump off, but if the last one there are not so many clears, I think it's more intelligent maybe to try to do a slow clear.
Maybe take the aggression out, be smart about it, get onto the podium. Christian Kukuk and Checker next in the ring. Ben Mayer still leads.
In Paris last year from Ben, an explosion from Tokyo. Christian Kukuk and Checker 47 for Germany. Oh, that was quick. This will be close. He's got 0.3 of a second in his pocket. Lovely stride. Perfect. Look how quick he's going, but he's actually given up a little bit of time, but he got a brilliant shot on the turn. Now, how fast can he go on the turn back to the last? 40.79. That's the time to beat. Is it to be for Christian Kukuk? Can he get there? Yes, he can. Checker 47. Checking out of the top and going into the lead in London. And they absolutely love it.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Class.
We weren't expecting Ben Mayer's time to be beaten. I don't know if you were expecting it. I was not. Christian Kukuk shaves 0.4 of a time off Ben Mayer's time. We have a new leader. That you would have given me $1 million. I wouldn't have put that money on someone beating Ben Mayer.
Okay, we say there was still very, very good riders to come, and okay, Olympic champion, no? It was an incredible jump off. He did everything perfect.
Christian Kukuk.
Take all the risk.
Exactly, all the risk, aggressive, but well-timed, taking strides away, shaving time off. And as it stands, can you believe it, a brand new leader in Christian Kukuk with a time of 40.41. Ben Mayer moves to second, Niels Brandt's down to third. The German leads 40.41.
Well, she has flown up the world rankings. Is it to be with Iron Dame's Combella? No. Where does that put her in terms of those on 4? 44, 48. She's the best of those on 4 behind the 3 clears that hold the podium at the moment. Sophie Hinners for Germany.
So we are sweating in the studio and we're not even the ones doing the jumping. Sophie Hinners comes home on 4 and 44.48. Describe Sophie Hinners for me. I think she's an outstanding rider, still very young. What a wonderful future this young rider has.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible the level she have every show, and it's really, really nice to see her riding. Really strong, but also a lot of feeling, and really cool on the head. Yeah, very good. Impressed.
Emily Conter is the dark horse, the surprise package. It leaves Michael van der Vleuten and Gregory Watley. I asked you the question about Ben Mayer. I asked you the question now about Christian Kukuk. Is there someone in these 3 that beats 40.41?
Okay, Michael is able to do anything, huh?
Michael van der Vleuten comes in.
And Gregory also, no? But
yeah.
It's going to be difficult.
All right, it's going to be difficult. Time to beat from Christian Kukuk, 40.41. Emily Conter in the ring.
Portabella van der Vleuten. She's going to be quick. 1/10 of a second, that is nothing. It'll come down to the turn after the Lugano fence, back to the new upright. This was where Christian was quick. Can she match it? just losing a little bit of time there. She could still find her way well into the top three, but how high can she rise? For Belgium, Emily Conter has the last down, 42.93. So if I'm watching on to the rest of the team from Step X, Emily, great effort, gamble to the last. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off. 42.93 would have put her third, but that now makes her the fastest.
Emily made a comment earlier today that she was happy just to get inside the jump off. The fact that she took this race all the way to the final fence, as she jumped out of her skin here in London this weekend.
I think she deserves to be on the jump off. She was already on the jump off in Claire in Aachen in the Grand Prix, and she's doing a really, really good season.
Do we feel like there is this new generation, well, that is coming through? There are these Emily Conters, there is the Sophie Hinners, the Harry Charles. There is a new wave of riders that are coming to challenge the veterans.
Yeah, there are many riding very good. Many.
Michael van der Vleuten, a man that you know very, very well. Time to beat. 40.41. That time belongs to Christian Koekkoek. This is Michael van der Vleuten and Beauville. Let's go.
With Christian, when he took the bronze with this horse, can he add another Longines Global Champions Tour and make it 5 in his career with Beauville ZNOP? He's found time. But it isn't to be. He jumped out quite wide over the fence before that. Beauville, who's got 2 wins to his name. Showing the pace, 42.72. Those on 4 keep getting quicker and quicker, but unfortunately the 3 clear rounds still trouble.
He felt just a little bit wide here, a little bit wide to try and straighten the line.
Yeah, it looks like he have to try hard the horse there in the oxer, and then he was a little bit empty on the vertical, but he did a very good jump.
Still a very good time as well, by the way, 42.72. It doesn't get him onto the podium. Those 3 positions still belong to Christian Koekkoek, who leads, Ben Meyer in second, and still as it stands, you mentioned a clear slow, 6 seconds later, Niels Bruynseels still is on the podium. Next man in, interestingly enough, Gregory Watley, the last man. Christian Koekkoek or Gregory Watley? Let's see.
Hospital, Chelsea, Gregory Watley, Bond, James Bond, De Hay. The last to go in this Longines Global Champions Tour in London. No, it isn't to be. Christian Koekkoek wins it on checker. How fast does he end up being? That is the question. He was always going to be one of the quickest. 41.57. Well, it hasn't quite worked out. Neither shaken nor stirred for Bond, James Bond De Hay, as he finishes on a score of 4 and actually still ends up in...
Interestingly, if the fence did not go down for Watley with the time he had, that could have really threatened Koekkoek. That really could have threatened Koekkoek.
But still it was faster, Koekkoek.
Yeah. That's an unbelievable round from Gregory Watley. The fence comes down. He eventually finishes on 41.57. It's not enough to get onto the podium either, because, amazingly, as you predicted, a slow clear was enough to get onto the podium, and that belongs to Niels Bruynseels. He is only the 3rd rider to jump clear, and all 3 of those go on to do it. Niels Bruynseels in 3rd, Ben Meyer heartbreakingly in 2nd, and another win for Christian Koekkoek here in London on checker 47. And there he is alongside Ludger Bierbaum. The big news coming out this week, in fact, that he has announced that after, I think, 14 years, he now leaves the Bierbaum stables. He'll be going out on his own in 2026. And there is the winner's cap for Christian Koekkoek. An incredible rider who's had an amazing 12 months. Tell me your thoughts on a man like Christian Koekkoek.
Yeah, okay, he's a very strong rider. and he's in a very strong stable. I mean, everybody is close to Ludger is successful. They have no choice.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's an amazing team. No, also Philip Weishaupt and everyone been there. They all doing very good. One of the best in the world, Ludger, no?
What does it tell you about Ludger Beerbaum? You say that if you are there, you have to be successful because I guess he's the guy who is driving you. He is the guy who is pushing you. What does it say when you have someone like that behind the farm, behind the stable, that is chasing success so much and so successful?
Okay, I think we forget very quick what people like Ludger or John Whittaker or many riders won, no? If you start counting the medals and the Grand Prix that Ludger win, I prefer to stop riding, you know?
Absolutely.
It's incredible, but the sport and the life go so fast now that we forget these things, but just to be close to a guy like Ludger, that he tells you the small details when he needs to be. Also with Jan or Pocho Kemule or like this, it's a big advantage in my opinion, no?
Okay, stay with us. We're going to have the winners in the studio in a few moments' time and the big podium celebration. Some more reaction as well from Manuel coming up. Stay with us here. The winners are up next. So there is a reminder of your London winner, Christian Kukuk and Checker 47, victorious here this evening. A clear of 40.41, the best round of the evening. Ben Mayer in second place in 40.79. Let's show you those final results. And Niels Braunseels on the podium, the Belgian, getting over the line in 46.49. Your first, second, and third getting onto that podium today. An outstanding performance. Gregory Watley in fourth and Michael van der Vleuten coming in fifth. Take nothing away as well, by the way, for Emily Conter. What an outstanding round for the youngster. She finishes in sixth place. Sophie Hinner 7, Kim Emmen 8. Unfortunate for Harry Charles, not so quick with the fence going down. Natalie Dean wrapping it up in 10th place. Your final results from the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of London. Christian Kukuk, Ben Mayer and Niels Braunseels will be out in a few moments' time for the podium celebration, for the champagne, and they will hopefully give us some thoughts, give us some reaction as well, as we hear from the top three as well. Give me some thoughts on the jump-off. Give me some reaction, some reflection. What did you watch there from Ben Mayer to Christian Kukuk, the younger riders? What was your take on that jump-off?
Okay, I think Ben Mayer made the line, no? After his round, they all have to chase him. And then there come some mistakes. I think it was a great sport. Again, Giuliano built a fantastic class, in my opinion. Difficult, big, wide, but the horses didn't suffer. A lot of one downs, 10 clears. And okay, with the quality and level of riders and horses here, I think the crowd, everyone saw a fantastic sport, so we should be happy.
Talk to me about the strategy of a man like Niels Braunseels, because before it happened, you made the suggestion, maybe a slow clear is a really clever play. We expect in the jump-off everybody to give blood, everybody to push, but sometimes it shows you a slightly more relaxed approach can be successful. Explain that to somebody who might not quite understand why you would come to a speed class and go slow.
No, I think for Niels, anyway, like I told you, I think it's the second show, so I think he's a very competitive rider anyway. He can win any class, but I think as he didn't know the horse so well, he went not to the last pit, you know. But I think at the end of the class, with the clear, you get a good place, no? So sometimes when you maybe last to go second last and you don't have the faster horse, it's more intelligent maybe to try to go clear. But okay, sometimes you have also fence down, then you last.
And what people might not understand as well is that these these partnerships, these relationships sometimes take a long time. If you get a young mare, a young stallion, a young gelding, whatever it may be, you need some time to get comfortable. The fact that you make the point that Niels and Chaco Zlando are very, very new, to come to an LGCT Grand Prix, to jump clear, to get into the jump off, to get onto a podium for a young team, I mean, that's incredible progress.
I think it's impressive that he jumped over Claire after the second show. Okay, we all know he's a fantastic rider, but I think he should be very happy. Should be very happy.
What does it mean for Ben Mayer to come here and compete? It's the same when we get to go to Madrid. We so often talk about another man that you know very well, Eduardo Alvarez Aznar, when you get to return to Spain. When you jump in your home country, how much different is it when you are the home boy in an LGCT Grand Prix?
I think give you you're more hungry maybe and more motivated, but I think Ben is motivated everywhere. No? He wins everywhere. So I think the great riders, they get great results all the time. No?
Give me your thoughts on Christian Kukuk. The man's an incredible rider. We know that he's now entering arguably his prime. He's really got a wonderful stable that is starting to grow. We heard the news this week about him going away from Beerbum Stables. He will now be starting his own business, and we wish him best of luck for that. That must be a daunting process as well when you've been at a stable for so long. But give me your thoughts on a man like Christian Kukuk as a rider, the horsepower that he has. What do you see in Christian Kukuk?
Yeah, okay, I don't know about his decision. That's something personal. Of course, he has his reasons to do it. Like I say, when you are under the shadow, Ludger Verbaum, everything have to happen. So we see now how it goes. Of course, I wish the best luck to him. Okay, what he won the last years and where he is for a reason. No? He's an incredible rider, and he has a really good string of horses that he built himself. So all the respect.
Talk to me, Manuel, about where we see you in the upcoming few weeks. We get a really busy part of the calendar now. Valkenswaard comes up. We have Riesenbeck, New York, Vienna, etc. It all comes really quickly now. What does the upcoming few weeks look like for you?
Yeah, for me, normally I go Valkenswaard. I live in Holland, so it's actually easy for me, and it's a fantastic show. And then I will go to New York and Rabat.
New York is interesting, isn't it? And I know a lot of people are very excited to go back to New York. We were at Governor's Island a couple of years ago. There was a bit of a break, and now we're excited to go back to New York. Being able to travel to the Americas, to go stateside, that's a really exciting prospect, isn't it? We do so much in Europe. Now we're starting to do a lot more in the Middle East as well. To go to the USA, that's a whole new market, a whole new target audience for yourself to go on and get involved. What's it like when we are able to travel long distance like that and compete with these riders?
Yeah, that's what a global have, no? It's incredible. I was in Shanghai and in Mexico, and the experience is incredible, and how everything is organized for the horses and the plane and for the grooms is impressive, no? So I hope we have a good experience in New York as well, for sure will be, and that I'm lucky enough to do well.
Thank you for your information, for your insights tonight. Travel safe. We'll see you in Valkenswaard. That is the wonderful thoughts of Manuel Fernandez Saro, joining us in studio, giving us some thoughts and some reaction. The official podium celebration is about to begin. Your top three of Christian Kukuk, Ben Mayer and Niels Bruynseels now go back into the ring. Let's go enjoy them for the podium.
Third show together, first time at 5-star together for the two of them, and they've pulled off third place here today, and delivering on that clear round to ensure that he found his way up onto the podium for the second time in his career here in London from Niels Bruynseels. Well, second last year with Just Be Gentle, first this year with Checker. Very, very well done.
We could not do this sport without their continued support.
The grooms also joining, of course. It is a trifecta of a partnership when you consider how these horses are prepared and ready for the arena, cared for by the most amazing grooms who work so closely with the riders, but it is their tireless work and dedication that ensures these horses are in the prime condition when the riders are ready for them. Well, the wonderful guard of those scarlet coats of the Chelsea pensioners, this setting that brings 300 years of history, and since 2017 has been part of the Longines Global Champions Tour. Stepping up onto the podium in third place, Niels Bruynseels.
Ben Mayer
finishing there, very happy indeed with his work today. This man should be happy, and he's smiling because he came within a whisker. He could do no more. To finish in second, Ben Mayer with that round today. And if you're going to be beaten by the partnership that won the Olympic gold medal. It is indeed the champions in London, winner in London for 2025, Christian Kukuk for Germany with Checker, their third career win together on the Longines Global Champions Tour and their first of 2025. The golden ticket to Prague secured, and adding to that quite brilliant lineup that is already secured. It's time now for the national anthem of Germany.
Well done to Checker 47 and Germany's Christian Kukuk.
Another moment in the history books written out of the Longines Global Champions Tour. It's the 235th Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. And that is third place going to Niels Brunsels, presented by Dennis Monticolo, Commercial Director of the Longines Global Champions Tour. There's that brilliant result. Second place going to Ben Mayer, presented by General Sir Adrian Bradshaw, Governor of the Royal Hospital, Chelsea. Very well done indeed.
And now we say a huge congratulations to our winner. Delighted to welcome Mr.
to our winner.
Caligari, the brand manager of Longines UK.
It is time for that watch to be presented by Ben Caligari, the brand manager of Longines UK. That exquisite timepiece, a permanent memory of this great result.
Thank you, Longines. Delighted to welcome the brand manager to make the presentation. And
so the overall winner and trophy goes to the man who founded this whole series back in 2006. The president of the Longines Global Champions Tour, Jan Tops, presents to the winner, Christian Kukuk. Congratulations.
London, you can give him a huge cheer.
To he and Checker, and of course to Madeline Winter-Schultz, the owner, along with the emanation partner GBR, with that great gelding. The trophy's high in the sky. But we know what comes next.
It's champagne shower time.
It's champagne time here in London.
What a great podium, what a fantastic class.
It is
Germany, Great Britain and Belgium.
A special moment for them all to enjoy as he gets sprayed in the middle, as he tries to pop that bottle open, and there he goes.
What a Grand Prix here.
Well, it'll take a while to get that out of the jacket, but they will not mind. A big swig, well earned and deserved, and we can toast the rest a little later. What a weekend of sport
Don't forget,
The best in the business have delivered again. And to think we are far from finished with Volkenswaard, Risenbeck, the new leg in New Jersey, in New York, Vienna, Rome and Riyadh, all to come. This is only 9. There are 6 more to go, and then we can go to Prague for the Longines Super Grand Prix of 2025. And we now know that Checker and Christian Kukuc will have a role to play on the Saturday night under the lights in November. Who else picks up a golden ticket? We're going to have to tune in to find out and enjoy what you've been able to witness today. Because the Longines Global Champions Tour always delivering the very best. €500,000 worth of prize money divided up between them. And that man goes home with a bigger share of all and a smile that will stay with him all the way on the flight home later. Well done to Ben Mayer. Another brilliant British performance from the British #1 and the world #2. Of course, the top 2 here, we should both point out, Olympic champions in the last 2 cycles, and Niels Brunsels with that superb third on that wonderful new ride at Chaco Lando. But at the end of it all, whatever you say about tight margins, brilliant jumping, it is simply the best of the best. His 3rd time he's been able to celebrate with Checker on the Longines Global Champions Tour with a win in the Grand Prix. It's gone the way of Germany. It's gone the way of Christian Kukuc here in London in 2025. What an amazing week it has been. Thank you for being with us, and for me, Gareth Jenkins, thank you. Until the next time, goodbye.
With the sun starting to bake on our backs, it has been a perfect late afternoon as we now start to head in towards the early evening. There is barely a cloud in the sky. The conditions have been perfect, and we have watched one of the most exciting Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix jump-offs that I can remember this season. The fact that Ben Mayer set such an electrifying time, a time that arguably did not look beatable until Christian Kukuc stepped into the ring with Checker 47. The time difference, Ben Mayer 40.79. Christian Kukuc comes in with 40.41. It is barely 0.3 of a second quicker, and that is all that separates Ben Mayer and Christian Kukuc between first and second here in London. Still a fantastic podium for Ben Mayer, and that podium rounded out by Niels Brunsels. Let's show you then the results of how things ended. And in fact, there is a lovely walk down from this man. He's got quite a smile on his face. And I have a nice story to tell about this. How are you, brother? I have a gift for you. This is all I can afford. But you made some money tonight. It's okay. Oh, did you lose this fight? It feels like you lost the champagne fight. Hey?
I'm so wet.
Can I make a point as Christian Kukuc, the champion of London? Thank you very much to Floss Jones, who brings his beautiful trophy into the studio. I want to share a story that when I saw you at breakfast this morning, you and I had a quick little chat, and I wanted to make the point that you looked very relaxed this morning. We chatted about life and your family and your daughter and the future, and not for 1 second did I get the feeling that you were feeling pressure or stress about a really big Grand Prix. Talk to me about how on a day like today, big event, big shows, how do you keep it, at least from what we see? Christian, so calm, so cool. Didn't look like anything was worrying you this morning.
No, but I have to be honest, the last weeks were not that relaxed at home, so I kind of had the feeling I want to go to the show and I want to use the time there a little bit to be by myself and to relax. It was emotional, a little bit rough weeks, I would say, in the last week, so I really told myself, you go to London and you really try to relax. I went for a walk in the morning, I went for a run, you know, I went a little bit in the mall, like I did things around the horses, and I really was trying to calm down myself a little bit. And because I know I'm basically always the best if I'm relaxed and if I'm not too much under stress. So, and I know that's also what Checker kind of needs. I always had the best results when I kind of was trying to get a little bit away from the pressure and and the excitement and everything like that. And that's what I was focusing on, and luckily that worked out quite well again.
I want to talk about Checker. I want to talk about this jump off, and I want to talk about the time. As we see now, this, by the way, is a review of your round. Many people felt that the time of Ben Mayer was unbeatable. No one else got close to it. In fact, Niels Braunseels in third was more than 6 seconds away. Tell me how, when you are facing such an aggressive time like this, you were able to still make it even quicker. Where was the secret?
Honestly, now just when I see it, there was probably, I mean, it's always hard to say, but this is maybe a once in a lifetime round jump off. My turn to the third last vertical, the moment I decided to do it, I told myself a second, oh, actually, you can't do that. But there was
like it wasn't there.
No, there was. I mean, I was so much on an angle, and the way he jumped it, I really think it's only Checker actually is able to deal these situations like that, and definitely that was where I won the jump off, no question.
Was it at that point that you thought to yourself, this is indeed on? Or even at that point that you think,
I knew coming to that point, to the vertical, that we basically were more or less around the same time there. But when I got the shot there, when I cleared it, I knew, okay, now you can have him, and just no doubts to the last fence, full speed. And then and then when I jumped the last fence, I actually had the feeling I was faster, because he's naturally also a quick horse. But the round from Ben, I have to say, was so fast that I knew it has to be a once-in-a-lifetime round today.
I want to go back to the mindset that we were talking about earlier on, because it's been a really big 12 months for you. We know you had a magical time in Paris, recently had a beautiful little daughter as well. The news that anyone doesn't know was coming out this week about the decision to now go out on your own. Does this now feel that you are entering the Christian Kuckuck era, your own identity, your own space? Does that contribute to that mindset you were talking about the build-up to London?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say that was a reason for this today. No, I honestly had to really, like I said before, it was emotional, a few rough weeks, especially the last week. But it wasn't a decision overnight. I took that with me for a while, and then actually I had the feeling it has to come out now. I have to do the decision, and I did it. And it felt strange in that moment, but then the day after, and with the days, I had a very good feeling. And coming here, I kind of got that feeling, but I also had to tell myself, whoa, there was so much going on now in the last days. You have to emotionally really come down a little bit and try to really relax and focus now on the important things here, the sport on the weekend. And that was what I'm trying to do.
Here's an interesting question from social media at 9PR. How do you spot a horse capable of winning a Grand Prix? I know you and Philip had a great time with Just Be Gentle. We made jokes about 9-year-olds many years ago. You are a man that can identify good young horses. Tell this question, what are you looking for when you see a younger horse and you think, that's an LGCT Grand Prix winner? What are you looking for when you see these younger horses?
Okay, first of all, for sure, you have a look at the way the horse is jumping. How's the technique? But then for me, much more important than that at that time is the character and is the head. For me, it's very important that especially when they are young, that they always have the ears forward and they always kind of are excited what they are doing, and they always are looking for what is coming next. And this is very important for me. And then I don't mind if they may be a little bit too excited and too much blood or too fresh when they are young in the beginning. But important is that you have the feeling they always want to do a good job, and the head is always with the rider, with you, and always focused on what you are asking. This is for me the main points of a horse.
I don't want to rub the crystal ball, but I heard you say earlier this afternoon, I think, that you were looking at doing many shows, maybe not New York, but many shows from now till the end of the season. In the form that you're in, a golden ticket now in the bag to the Super Grand Prix. You're no stranger there. You're no stranger to an LGCT championship showdown in the second half of the season? Is there a Christian Kukuk championship push that can come?
Yeah, I hope so. Well, that's what I was looking for. You know, it felt like this season that the first part of the year and the first half of the global season, I wasn't as much present as I was in the last years. I did some Nations Cups, the Europeans, you know, but now for the second half of the year, when we were sitting together, we actually basically said, okay, the focus should be now really on the Global Champions League and the Global Champions Tour. That was what we were planning. That's why I told you I probably will basically all the global shows beside New York for the moment. And there's a few coming, and I told myself, okay, you have to show your best performance now in the second half if you want to get a ticket to Prague, and if you want to move on in the overall. That are my two goals now for me as an individual. But also we have to see that Riesenbeck International, we are a little bit struggling with the results for our team. And the goal for us should be to be in the top 4. And this is still possible. The 4th place is not far away. But also we really have to focus now on the upcoming shows, and that's what we will do.
I think you have a very exciting second half of the season coming up. Travel safe. Congratulations, champion of London 2025, Christian Kukuk. It's a pleasure as always. Take your trophy, go have a cold drink and go and refresh yourself.
Thank you very much.
A champion of 2025, a multi-LGCT Grand Prix winner in Christian Kukuk. Let's hear from Ben Mayer.
Ben, I think we always expect so much from this partnership, particularly on home ground here in London, and boy, did you deliver today.
Yeah, I'm proud of my horse. He's incredible. We have to one of these days win one for him. It's been close quite a few times, and I've messed up a few jump offs recently with him, trying to push him a little bit, doing things which are not playing to his strengths. It was a good jump off for him today, and I knew there were many fast ones to come after me. So although it looked like I went into the lead by 5 or 6 seconds, I knew that the real danger was coming behind. I had a heavy slip after fence 2. I saw the distance from far back to the double, and as I went to step away, he just lost a back foot, which had to have a quick reaction to adjust, because that wouldn't have worked out, which cost me time. But other than that, he was turning, dropping back, and with me everywhere. And yeah, I got beat by probably the fastest horse rider combination in the world at the moment. So not by a lot, so I can take something out of that. We're not far away, but Christian, I didn't even watch. I went out the back, there was nothing more I could do, but yeah, congratulations to him.
But Point Break also today, I want to give him huge credit, like you were saying. He looks so naturally fast to me. How much are you actually having to push him, and how much is that natural for him?
The problems have come with him where I try to ride him fast, and then he almost he's not so experienced in the jump offs at this level, and then when I think to ride fast, he almost pushes back on me and gets a little bit tight. So the key, what I found with him, is more recently to sort of trick him into being fast. So I'm going quick, and I'm able to drop back and turn short and play to his strengths. He doesn't have as big a stride as Checker. So in a way, I maybe looked probably on the screen slower than Checker, but a lot slower. And actually, I wasn't in the end. So it's a slightly different horse to perhaps what I've had in the past, and I've just had to adapt to that. But hopefully his time's coming.
And a huge amount of positives to take from today as well. I know we talk about it all the time, the atmosphere here in London is wonderful, but as a British rider to come into that arena must be amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible to ride at home, and I have my family here, which mean a lot to me. So my owner's unfortunately able to come this weekend, but they're always watching, and yeah, very thankful for all the people that make it happen. But it's been a while since we won a Grand Prix GCT, and I am knocking on the door a little bit, but there's a few left to come, and hopefully we can go one better in the near future.
I'm sure that will happen very soon, judging by today as well. Well done, Ben.
Thank you.
That is an outstanding performance from Ben Mayer, and huge praise for Christian Kukuk, the winner here tonight. Let's hear then from third place, Niels Bruinseels.
Well, Niels, you said to me earlier on in the day that you didn't have huge expectations because this is such a new horse to you. But third on the podium, what a result.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, actually. He jumped even better in the jump-off. But I knew with these riders and these horses in the jump-off, I could not take all the risks. I don't know very well the horse, so I did my jump off, which went well.
It was incredible. How excited are you for the future with this horse? As you said, you've only done 3 shows with him.
Really excited. I have to thank the Old Watch team that I can ride this horse, and I'm really looking forward for the next of the season.
It was a really tough competition today. You had to go closer to the top of the starting order as well. Did you expect to be in this position by the end of the day?
No, really not. It was even not sure that I would jump him in the Grand Prix qualification. Then I was thinking, should I ride him in the Grand Prix? Maybe it's too early. I was the whole weekend a little bit thinking from what was the best, would be the best plan for him. But it looks like this was the best plan.
Lastly, Niels, we always love the champagne shower, but you seem to pour the entire bottle over Christian then.
Yeah, he deserved it, no?
Absolutely. Huge congratulations. What a fantastic result.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The thoughts of former LGCT Grand Prix winner of Niels Braunsius, the Belgian. What is the impact of London on the overall ranking? That becomes a big question. Gilles Thomas came into London as the championship leader. There was no Simon de Lestre in today's LGCT Grand Prix, so he missed out on an opportunity to add to his tally. So that actually gives Gilles Thomas even more breathing room over Simon de Lestre. Andreas Schouw, despite having fences down today, holds on to 3rd place. Michael van der Vleuten starts to climb. Christian Koekkoek, talking about a second half of the season push for the championship, now enters the top 5, while Natalie Dean, Scott Brash make some climbs as well, and Peter de Vos and Sophie Hidders make up the top 10. It has been an outstanding leg of the Longines Global Champions Tour here in London. We enter a very busy spell with Valkenswaard coming up in a few moments' time. We then still have Riesenbeck. We go to Vienna. We go to New York. It's all coming up for a busy part of this 3rd quarter of the year. Thank you for joining us at the Royal Hospital here in Chelsea. Thank you for being a part of the London Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. Catch your breath. We'll see you again for the next stage in Valkenswaard in the Netherlands. Goodbye.
The championship returns to its birthplace, Valkenswaard. In Europe's top equestrian hub, the stakes soar and competition heats up. Feel the energy as families and fans witness precision and skill pushed to the edge. With every stage, the race for the championship intensifies. Join the Longines Global Champions Tour of Valkenswaard from August 22nd to the 24th.